Everyone. It took me a little bit longer. Take these off because there's some glare. A little bit longer to film this than I said that I would, so I'm sorry. I also look like crap, so I'm holding Wednesday um, to add some cuteness to the video. Hopefully, she doesn't get really mad and angry like she tends to do. Anyway, so we're talking about my phone and stuff. I did actually get it back. Sorry, I'm losing my voice a little bit because it's allergy season here and I've been coughing for like 2 months straight. Anyway, so I did actually get it back. What happened was, I got home, obviously, and right after I made my video, I told my fiance what happened, and he was like, "Oh, I'll just log into your Lyft account and report a complaint." And he tried to, and it didn't work for whatever reason. So I just did it on my computer, and I was like, "Hey, I left my stuff in your car. Call my boyfriend, please, my fiance, whatever." So she gave him a call, and she was like, "Hey, I have your stuff. I have your phone and your paperwork. Let me meet with you. When do you want to meet?" And he was like, "Yeah." She said, "I'm not really going to be free till tomorrow." And he said, "Well, I really want that stuff back tonight. So, I'll meet you somewhere. You don't have to drive anywhere. Wherever you are, I'll come as soon as I get off work." And then I didn't go with him because my friend was going to drop by real quick and I didn't want to miss her. So he went by himself, and he got there, and she gave him the paperwork that I left in the car. But she was like, "Yeah, no, I don't have a phone. There was never a phone in here. She must have left it somewhere else." And he was like, "No, she wouldn't have you know walked in the heat looking for a police officer for several blocks. If she had her phone, like she's not an idiot. The phone is in your car." And so he called me, and the location was somehow turned off on it, even though I was using Lyft on it, so should have been on. So she tells him that her car's not even there. So I asked him what kind of cars were there, and there was a Jetta there, which was what kind of car she was driving. So I was like, "Okay, well that's her car," you know. So he'd been talking to her for a while at this point, and she was just like, "No, I don't have your car. I'm being really rude. I don't have your phone. I don't have your phone. I don't know." And he was like, "Well, then why'd you say you did?" Um, it was just really, really suspicious. Um, and then after he took a picture of the license plate, he said she had already gone inside. She came back outside and flipped the hell out really bad. And he was like, "Oh, are you scared now? Because we're gonna file a police report. And she's gonna report this to Lyft too." And she was like, "Well, you, I picked somebody else up after her. I bet they have it. Although they've been talking for 30 minutes, and she never said that." So then, I went on Android Lost or whatever and pinged it and just made it make annoying noises all fucking night long. Um, because it still had battery. It was almost fully charged when I had left the house. So, and it's a pretty big phone. So they have I always get the extended battery. Some of you guys know I worked at Verizon for a million years. I'm 30 or almost 30, but for almost 5 years. So I go ahead and get a pretty high powered phone. It wasn't a really big deal that the phone is not expensive or anything, and as you can see, it's cracked. Um, because Wednesday actually bit it one time. I was sick, so I wasn't playing with her, and the phone's in the bed, and she bit the phone to get attention. She's really bad. We'll do a video on all the stuff that Wednesday eats later because it's ridiculous. But it's not an expensive phone or anything, but I needed it. I just went to a job interview, so if they called me back about it, I needed my phone. You can't just get a phone that second, replace. Um, and I hadn't backed it up in a couple days. There were just a couple videos on there, and just pictures of her when she was little. I do back my stuff up a lot, so it's not if my computer got lost tomorrow, it wouldn't be a big deal. I mean, I would need a new computer, but there wouldn't be any loss of files. And really the paperwork was more important because that was all just physical stuff that I didn't have digital copies but for a little bit of it. Um, so anyway, so we were kind of pissed off, but again, I just kept making it make really annoying noises, and I had locked it remotely as well. Just to let you know you're not going to use the phone. And Tristan was texting it "Hey." So then I emailed Lyft and I let them know I was doing a police report. and all this stuff, and made a big stink with them, filed a bunch of complaints, because it was just really super duper sketchy, the whole situation was, and the way that she was acting. Um, so then after doing all that, the next day, like, literally, and okay, I'm going to explain this to you. I live in Arden, in Sacramento, if you know anything about Sacramento. So Arden is like, it's not quite like central area of Sacramento, but it's kind of I mean, it's kind of close. It's not very far from downtown. If that makes any sense at all. I mean, you can always look at a map, I guess. I'm not very good at directions. Let me be honest with you. So my job interview that I had went to was in North Sacramento. It was about between 10 and 15 minutes away from my house. Um, anyway, I get a comment on my YouTube, like, in the afternoon. Alright, I think she's done with this video. In the afternoon, saying, hey, I'm at a Starbucks and it was at, like, 56th or 57th and H, which is just completely different than anywhere I've been. I've not been anywhere near that part of town in so fucking long, and I would never ever go anywhere near a Starbucks over there because there are actually two Starbucks within like I regularly walked. If I want to go to Starbucks, I walk. It's that close. Not that I go to Starbucks that much, but if I really want Starbucks, we usually just walk. And then if there's one just a little bit further that we would more have to take a car to, just because it's like a little bit, there's a busy intersection or whatever we get to, but it's really close. There's no reason for me to ever go. It's basic like I never go anywhere near that part of town. It doesn't make sense to. So, I mean, it pretty much obviously seems like she realized, is it really worth me getting in trouble over this, like, not very expensive, because this isn't a super duper expensive phone, that's, like, I'm not going to be able to get into, that has a crack in it, like, I might lose my job, might go to jail. Guess I'll just go ditch this phone somewhere really far away from A, where I live, and B, where me and her were. Um, so that's pretty funny, honestly, I think. I definitely won't be riding with her again. I put her um, on blast just in a Sacramento group or two to let people know that it was sketchy. Um, and I explained the whole situation too. So just to be fair, just in case for some crazy reason it didn't. I don't know. It doesn't. I'm not gonna say I've never left my phone in a Lyft driver's car or Uber driver's car before, because I fucking have plenty of times. I've left plenty of stuff in plenty of cars because I don't like to drive. I've owned like 3 cars by now, and I actually don't have a driver's license. I just don't like to drive. So my fiance drives my car, and I just take Lyft and stuff. So, but anytime I ever have left anything, I've always been like, hey, I'll meet you and I'll pay you if you'll bring it back to me, and I'll leave you like a really big tip in the app if it's Lyft or something, which I totally was gonna do, but I don't know. Like, because, it's expensive to replace a phone, so I usually always, if someone brings me something back that I left in a cab or something, I always give them at least $20. So, if nothing else, you lost your $20 just being rude, I guess. Anyway, let me know if this was a funny, exciting story, adventure for you guys. If you know me personally, you might know that I just tend to get myself in extenuating, weird circumstances fairly often. For whatever reason, maybe partially because I don't drive and I don't have a very good sense of direction. I do have another story of how one time I recovered a lost/stolen phone for a family member. If you guys liked this story, that one might be even a little bit more entertaining. So let me know if you like the story, because then we can always do another one, or we can even just do some like tips on how to scare someone into giving back your lost phone. If you like something like that, and yeah, I will talk to you guys soon.